you heard the man.
I have to tell y'all something.
I could just do what she's doing. I could go on camera, make 1,000 a week from. Hey guys, look at my boobs. Scrunch, scrunch, scrunch.
What is happening?
For 15 a month, you can see these bad puppers.
Oh my god.
Would I need a real job? Absolutely not.
All right, I want to talk about some serious shit tonight. Like genuinely some serious shit. Can we just talk about how like we are literally dead ass in an endless loop of just fucking pain? And honestly, I don't know whose fucking fault it is because no, you're fucking laughing, but hear me out because you're in this fucking cycle too. All right. So it starts off with a heartbroken girl and a nice guy. All right. And now listen, no. You listen to me. Don't judge me yet. Let me finish. All right. And so the heartbroken girl is all heartbroken, blah, blah, blah. The nice guy helps her, puts her back up on her feet, and then boom, leaves. On to the next douchebag that's going to hurt her. And then guess what? She gets hurt. He fucks her, goes on about his day. All right. And then the cycle repeats back to the nice guy. All right. But now here's the problem. You're thinking like, all right, well, everyone fucking loses in this situation. Well, no. You're thinking, what about the guy who fucks her and leaves? He becomes the nice guy for someone else. Because everyone is chasing people that they're never going to get. Like, people's standards are so fucking high, it is ridiculous. It's actually stupid. Like, come on, you can agree with me on this, right?
Can I just say something? You just contradicted yourself.
How?
To be honest, I'm not following, man.
You were just saying how like basically a girl will just take in a guy whatever insinuates she has low standards.
No. I didn't say
He
take in
leaves.
the guy. I'm saying, like, talks to the guy, leads the guy on, and then when she's feeling better about herself, completely throws that dude to the curb and goes after the next douchebag.
I think most of them don't even go for nice guys.
No. When they're heartbroken at their lowest, they talk to nice guys. This is very factual. They go for the people who literally chase them. And then when they're back on their feet, healed from their last heartbreak, they throw that bitch to the curb and go to the next douchebag. Am I right or am I right? Anyway,
I think it's very situational.
Dude, no.
It's a generalization. Because
Bro, you cannot. Okay, listen. You cannot tell me that every person is not chasing after someone that they cannot get and they know they can't get. Tell me that you don't look. No. Okay. Tell me that you're not looking for your perfect man.
I'm not. 100%.
Okay. Well, at some point in time. At some point in time, like in the past,
you have to understand.
Listen, if a guy with abs, rock hard abs, dude, like absolutely perfect jawline, perfect
The
hair,
last guy did is
perfect
300
eyes.
pounds.
Okay, listen. Listen.
Just shows you how low my standards were.
No. There was a guy after that. That was like, what? Was that your husband? Ex-husband?
Oh,
Yeah.
No.
No.
The guy that I was dating when me and you met.
When I could have sworn one of them, you were talking about one of them being fine as hell.
Okay, maybe we had broken up when you met.
Listen, it is literally like an endless. I swear to God, it's an endless cycle, bro. You cannot agree with me, but like everyone. Okay, look, fuck the cycle. Cycle aside, everyone is looking for their perfect somebody, like their definition of someone perfect, and they do not want anything other than that. And if that perfect comes along, whatever they have, they throw it to the curb. I'm right. I am right. I am 100%
like whatever
right.
person they're with at the time.
Yeah, 100%.
But I don't think that's a bad way to be.
You don't think
I don't think that's a bad way
to
to be. I don't know because like.
See, but the thing is nowadays. No. Nowadays, people are looking after perfect bodies. They're not going after perfect body, perfect personality because that just doesn't fucking exist. Can we just agree?
I don't know what females you've been talking to. That is not all females. Personally,
bro, it is like 90% of the female gender. 100%.
I would say 90%.
Yeah.
I would say 90%. It's
Okay.
very, very giving. Yeah. but like there is the 10% there.
Yeah, that
Don't give a fuck.
10%, bro.
They're down for like whatever happens. Cool. Whatever.
Literally,
I'm not gonna look at somebody's body and be like, I fucking want, because they could have a shit, and that is
Your mic keeps cutting out for some reason, and I don't know what that's
Can you
about.
hear me now?
Yeah.
Mhm.
You're gonna have to be
Okay.
close to
What I
that.
was saying, anyways, what I was saying is I'm not gonna look at somebody's body and be like, I want that. Because if like their body's nice, but their heart could be absolute shit, that's not for me. I've been
Okay.
through too much to settle for that
Exactly.
shit.
That's
Okay,
the thing, you've been
we'll
through.
throw you in the 10% then, but like, what about the other 90% of women? You
They're
know?
assholes. They're
Exactly,
deceitful.
exactly, and
They're worse than most guys.
It is literal bullshit, bro. Like
It's
you
sad.
cannot tell me. Okay, real quick, we gotta introduce the podcast. This is the Mental Record Podcast. Today we're talking about women because Matt thought it was a good idea. I'm
You
Luke.
just called your ass out.
We got a
That was my
special
idea.
guest today. If she wants to introduce herself,
I'm Lana. I'm sticking with that shit.
and then and then you got the misfit over there in the corner. If he ever.
Oh, I
says
just
his
noticed I'm
fucking
in the
name.
middle.
Yeah, you're in the middle.
Nice.
I'm Matt.
Okay, good. Glad we got that out the fucking way, dude. Holy shit, that took way too long. But yeah, no, it's dead ass. Like women nowadays, their standards are so impossibly high. Like it's actually you cannot please a woman. Not look, majority of women. You cannot. Now listen, you can sexually please a woman. Like that's possible, but I'm not talking like listen, you can't even get to the sexually pleasing part of a relationship, bro. That doesn't happen. You don't even get through the fucking DMs. Tell me I'm wrong. If you were literally not their perfect type, you're not getting through their DMs.
That is not a bad way to be.
That's not a
Like,
bad
I
way
think-
to be.
I think
That's not
first
a
of
bad
all,
idea.
you shouldn't just
So
go with someone
judging-
because
so-
you want to date.
Okay, so judging someone completely on looks. I'm saying like maybe a fucking 7 out of 10 slides up in the DMs. Fuck that. They say fuck that.
Okay, like there's like I have to be physically attracted to you.
Well, of course there
yes.
has to be some like physical
So
attraction.
yeah,
I get
if
that.
if I don't think that
But if you're a
if I'm not
7 out of
attracted
a
to you, I'm
10,
not
if
gonna-
you're a 7 out of 10, you're not gonna give them a chance.
7 out of 10, hell no.
You see what I'm saying? Like that is complete
I have to meet you in
bullshit.
person. I have to meet you in person. That's when personality kicks in. Because
Exactly.
if you have a
Exactly.
10
But
out
you
of 10
can't even-
personality,
but
you're
you
automatically
ca-
a 10.
You can't even get through that door. Like you're not even like into those DMs.
Fucking
Like the second
stop
you get in those
relying
DMs,
on social media.
I'm not
to,
relying
like,
on social media for
fucking
shit. Dude, I haven't
people
been
up.
looking. Look, I have been so happy and financially stable ever since I have like relinquished women from my life.
Relinquished.
when I stopped searching and just kind of I'm chilling. I'm doing my own shit. I got the podcast going on. I got my own YouTube channel, streaming all that shit. Focusing more on what I want to do. Life has been so much simpler. All right, but like literally, I swear to God, like this generation of women are fucking crazy. They're so crazy. You can
100%.
no, you can be a fucking 2 out of a 10, go into a bar and go to a 10 out of a 10 man and get laid, 100%. But you can't be a 2 out of 10 man, go into a bar and get laid by a 10 out of 10 woman.
I will attest to that 100%.
Now,
I was at the
you
club.
can even be a 10 out of 10 man and go into a bar and you still can't get laid by a 10 out of 10 woman. 100%.
Well, they're all pumped up by each other.
Exactly. Like y'all are literally just like feeding off of each other. Like at this point, just put all the females on one side of the world and all the males on this side of the world. I swear to God, we will see who advances more.
Well, they're telling each other, you're a 10. You're already a 10. You have
Yeah.
no room for improvement. There's nothing wrong with you, and you can get whoever you want because you're perfect already. That's the
See,
first problem.
But that's
And they
not
don't wanna
the
change.
reality. Like that's not the
I
reality.
know it's not, but that's what they're told at social media. That's what they're told by their friends. No one wants to be truthful to them, and they're just going into every situation with a man thinking that they're the prize, they're everything, and then he should be so much more.
See, but I don't
can
go to
see that.
Matt. I don't go to Matt and be like, yo, dude, I'm ugly as fuck, bro. Like, please tell me I'm fucking fine as
I'm
hell,
like, bro,
dog."
you're a king, bro.
like I don't have that like option, Like that's just not. It's just weird. It just doesn't fit. Like it's not how like we function. Like that's just we don't rely on our own gender to like help us and boost us. We rely generally on ourselves for any improvement in our life.
Yeah.
I rely
You
on
like-
myself for my improvement.
Listen,
100%.
Well, I think
Who the-
I think
who
you're
the fuck
generally
else?
discluded from
Yeah, you're
most
just-
of the women we're talking about here,
Mhm.
Yeah, I
considering
will
like
agree.
what you said about yourself.
Yeah, I will agree. I have even talked to a coworker, a friend's coworker, like how sad it is that women have actually ended up being worse than males nowadays. It's like kind of embarrassing to be a female at this point because of like everybody automatically thinks that I'm free-handed things because I'm a female. And I'm like, no, I'm not that female. I'm not that female that seeks that stuff. Like, oh yeah,
No,
like,
dog.
I do that. I'll do that shit on stream all day, but like that's just to fuck with my close friends. Like that's not to get whatever I want. And I know I work with people. I am around women all the time that use their what's it called? Feminism.
To
You know,
get
and I'm
to
like,
get
that's
those
so
big
dirty.
tips. To get those big
I'm like,
tips.
that's so dirty. I was like, oh, okay, so you're gonna go on a date with him? No. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, did you agree to the sugar daddy thing? Because I don't think that's what he thinks this is.
Mm-mm.
You know? Like, I'm like, you're
See,
trash.
See, yeah, that's a very valid point. Also, I wanna make a point of like us men, like I said, we cannot rely on other men. It's just not how we work. It's not how we function. All right, but we do rely on women, and not just for like getting laid. Like generally, it's easier to open up to a woman than it is to a man. It's complete. Actually, it is easier to open up to a woman than it is to a man about how you're feeling because you put yourself in that vulnerable spot. But the thing is y'all just like fucking stomp on that in a heartbeat. Like
Well, I think women don't like to see a man
exactly
let his guard down like that because
who
they're
the fuck-
immediately
Yeah,
unattractive.
no,
Okay.
that is true. That is
I
actually a
can-
factual thing. Like
No,
literally,
no, no. I can speak on both ends of those spectrums, okay? Okay, I've
she's
literally
like,
had
this
two
dude came up to me, bro, started crying, dog. I said,
listen,
fuck you,
listen.
you bitch.
I'm about to tell you. I'm about to explain it, and I'm calling myself out here. I've been in 2 serious relationships, in my
Mhm.
life, right? One for like 5 years, the other one for like almost a year. 2 complete opposite human beings emotionally. One of them would cry over everything,
Oh yeah,
right?
fuck that. No,
and
fuck
I told
that.
myself I don't want a sensitive man. The next one that I was with didn't show any feelings. Didn't show he could shut his feelings
See-
off just like that, walk away with no remorse. He told me, I'm not gonna tell you all that, but anyways, he would say very, very horrible things to me and not affect them. And I was like, maybe I do want more of a sensitive man. There is a happy medium between
there's
a
a
man.
happy medium.
Yeah, especially if I'm with somebody. If I'm with somebody, fucking open up to me. I'm not gonna judge you if you want to cry.
See, the
I don't
thing is,
care. As long as you don't cry to me every day about like mommy issues. But
and
like,
then get in
you don't
bed
have
and
time
call
for
me
mommy
mommy.
issues.
Well, there's being sensitive and there's being in touch with your emotions. So, like-
Exactly.
So like a sensitive dude is just like he's just freaking out about everything, he's crying about everything, he's
Yeah.
wimping out. But then like if he's just in touch with his emotions, he's gonna be honest with you about how he feels and like communicate with you. So that's gonna be what you want.
But
Yeah,
that's like
exactly.
that's like the general amount of men though. Like I would say maybe the 40% of the male gender is like that. Like I said, we
I
don't-
wouldn't be that generous.
No. Listen. We don't open up to other men, but we rely on women to open up to about certain topics that we wouldn't want to discuss with anyone else. But we don't have anyone to discuss with. Like and we're not gonna go to counseling because that's just like if someone finds out, hey, a man's going to counseling, you're a fucking pussy bitch. That's just how this world works nowadays. Like we cannot rely on anything other than like you know what I'm saying? Like we really can't. Like we just have ourselves, and then if we find a woman, we open up to them, and it's just like you get shut down completely. You get squashed on.
Well, yeah, I appreciate it when my friends like at least say something vulnerable to me. But like I do admit that it does get awkward sometimes. You're like you never say anything serious to me. We're always cracking jokes, and then like I've never been in this situation with you where you're being honest and like you're sad around me. So yeah, it gets awkward.
It does get awkward. 'Cause, like it's just
You're like, bro.
You're like, yeah, how do I respond to this guy?
see.
Be a
I-
man.
I
Exactly.
think it's even worse now that like I feel like this is like the whole Andrew Tate thing is like a good thing, right? Like it's a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. And what I mean by it's a good thing, it's putting men in the position where women are right now. Tell me I'm wrong. They're going on
I
being,
think it's
I'm an alpha
I think
male.
it's giving
like they're
men back
like
back the
it,
sort of respect that they need to have for themselves
now,
because
now some of them take it too far, of course.
yeah,
You know, like
exactly.
there's a point of being like, yo, like I'm fucking, like I'm alpha, bro. And there's a point of being, yo, you fucking dumb bitch, you got a pussy. Like you know, like there's a big difference there, between just being more like manly about like your appearance and how you like set yourself out to the world, and then instead of just, you know, being
Well, too, I think he's
sexist.
helping guys raise their standards, like
100%.
in realizing like how much you have to work on yourself for a woman to want you. Like you have to have so many things accomplished in life. You can't just be a man. When a lot of times women can just
Be a
get into a
woman.
relationship because they're a woman. They're supposed to be treated well because they're a woman. Well, like what do they bring to the relationship on their side? You have to have all this stuff. You have to be the perfect guy, perfect personality, but then they're just a woman. Like they just look
Dude,
pretty.
if I
Like
went on a date with a woman nowadays, if I went on a date with a woman and I told her to pay, she would
oh,
literally,
canceled.
dude, bro, she would dead ass stand up, put me on her fucking Snapchat story and walk away. 100%.
Okay,
100%.
that's I've actually so one thing that I stand by as a female is if the guy initiates the date, like I 100% I don't care who
But the
pays.
women's never gonna initiate
I
the
don't care
date.
if we split it. I don't care if I pay. I don't care if you pay, whatever. If he pays, I'm not gonna tell him no. But like if we're dating, I will pay every like we can swap. We can swap
Yeah.
every time. Like you are not obligated to pay for my food every time. I will stand by that because that's just me being a very independent person. I've been working since I'm 14 years old. I literally wouldn't let my dad pay for my food at 14. When we would go out to eat, I would pay for my own. And that's just who I am. And a lot of women, like I'm not gonna say who. I know somebody. We were literally talking about this yesterday. She told me if her husband didn't get her exactly 12 roses, she would throw them away. And I was like, as
What happens
somebody
if he
who's
gives her
never been gotten
13?
flowers before,
What
if
about 13?
I've never, it 12 was
I
their
guess it's
like
a
number.
yeah.
Okay,
The
I was
full
like,
dozen.
yeah, I was like, um, coming from a female that has never gotten flowers before, I would be happy with like one. Like honestly,
Bro,
at this point,
see,
like if you're talking to me and you like think about me and then want to send me a flower, like that'll just make my fucking day.
dude, I
I'm
swear
like,
to
I
God,
guess I'm just not picky.
I feel like there are more ways to be romantic than flowers, your typical like Valentine's Day type of shit. Like there is so many more ways. Like literally, like I have this spot. This is my spot. You know, it's kind of secluded. It's got a road beside it, but it's a little creek and it's got like a dam on it. And like, dude, I swear to God, that is the most peaceful place that I've ever been in my entire life. And like every now and then, I will literally like take a drive out and go to that spot and just chill and hang out with myself and just be in my thoughts and just, you know, thinking of shit. Like that's like when I think of like my creative ideas, like because that's all I've been doing like the past like, I don't know, 2 months, is just constantly thinking of ideas, writing them down, and you know, trying to see what could go wrong with them, how I could perfect them, and stuff like that. Like I have my spot, you know. It for me to share that spot with like another female, that's a big thing for me. But I feel like nowadays, if I shared that spot with another female, they'd be like, "What the fuck is this shit?" You know, it wouldn't be respected in the
Oh,
way that
true.
I respect that spot.
See, but I think that's where men should like raise their standards more because like if you're looking for a girl that you can enjoy that spot with and like
Right.
she doesn't enjoy this, she doesn't want to enjoy the same things as you.
I mean,
Does that make sense?
there are girls out there who would be like, "Oh wow, this means a lot to him," and this is a cool spot too. So
Yeah.
it's really like what you're looking for. You have to be careful and precise about who you pick.
Yeah, and I believe in like finding somebody that like is like, "Hey, I don't give a fuck about it, but I want to learn it because you like
Right.
it. I
Right.
want to like it because you like it." Like with gaming, that's a huge thing with me. It's like when a guy comes along and I had one guy, I matched with him on fucking Tinder, and he messaged me. He's like, "What are you up to tonight?" And I was like, I hate telling guys this. I'm like, "I'm streaming." And he's like, "You're a gamer," and I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, so you don't fuck?" I was like, okay. Automatically told me he wasn't gonna support me. he wasn't gonna like he was gonna get mad at me every time I played video games or every time I streamed or every time I played with other guys, which is all of my community are guys.
Okay, let's
99.8%
just
of
be
them.
real. That dude's toxic as fuck. There's a difference
Exactly.
between
Eh,
no.
but that's what
I
I'm
will
saying. No,
admit
no, no.
that
That's what I'm saying.
that is crazy toxic.
100%. That's
okay.
100%. I didn't even message back. I thought it was fucking hilarious.
Bro went on a whole
Um,
tangent, dude, and y'all hadn't even had the conversation yet. That's crazy. That's like lunatic type shit.
Exactly. That's literally a lot of guys. Anyways, but you gotta raise your standards because there's gonna be girls that come along. They're like, "What do you enjoy doing? Oh, you enjoy playing hockey? Like, will you teach me how to ice skate? Like stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's not all girls. It's not all women.
See,
That's crazy to me. That just fucking blows my mind.
I have like a weird experience. I've told Matt about it. I think I might have told you about it. I think we were friends during it. But like I knew this girl. I'm not gonna name names.
Yeah. No.
But
Oh yeah.
she had a boyfriend, and like me and her were best friends. You know, like 100%. And she enjoyed the things that I enjoyed. Like she would go and try new things with me, like things that I love to do. She's never tried before. She was all open for trying new things and stuff like that. And that was perfect for me. Like there's so many there's so many things that like sushi. I never ate sushi before. She made me try sushi, and it was fucking awesome. I eat sushi now. You know, there's so many things that like I hadn't tried before, and I wasn't willing to try for myself, that she like brought me into, and like vice versa. And the only problem was is, you know, she had a boyfriend, and basically like it came to one night where she was like, listen, like I mean, you're like basically my boyfriend, like you do more shit with me than my boyfriend does. He just stays at home and plays video games all day, and that's all he wants to fucking do. And some other shit happened, you know. Regrettable decisions, but it was just crazy to think that like, yo, like this one helped me mature like as a person, and like try new things. Like this was perfect for me, you know, like. And now I'm kind of at the point where like, dude, I don't want nothing else unless it's that, you know. Like I want someone who wants to try new things with me, and you know, wants to teach me new things in life and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's just not like, that is literally like a 1 in a million thing. And I swear to God, like I will never find someone who puts me in my place, you know, not like fucking like, yo, you're fucking like, get your ass, like not that type of shit, but like puts me in my place, you know. And like, because at the time, like I was on a very like, yo, like this is me, you know, like I don't fucking need you, like literally just be like, hey, listen, like you gotta do this shit, you know, you gotta take care of this, like stuff like that, you know, like stuff that I would like kind of just put off and procrastinate about. And so like I feel like someone like that clashes really well with who I am, you know. Like I dead ass would not be saying the things I'm saying right now without her.
Yeah. 100%.
But
I think we all have people like that, you know, it's like life lessons kind of thing. You take away from every relationship.
but then you have Tinder. And Tinder is, dude,
Don't get me started.
Tinder is a different fucking breed of people. I swear to God. Listen, I matched with this chick on Tinder. We've been talking for about like 2 weeks, and we decided to meet up and hook up. And I had my condom. I went to the bathroom. Listen, listen. I went to the bathroom, right? Listen, this is crazy shit. I went to the bathroom to take a pee. All right, and I come back in there. I put on the condom, and it like it rips. My dick rips through it because she had poked a hole in it. And I instantly walked away. I was like, no, fuck this. Like that, no, that's bullshit. And like, dude, I swear to God, to this day, she still stalks me.
That's worse than my story.
That's
worse than my story.
It is 100%. It is 100%. Dude, people are so fucking like crazy. You know, dude, it was scary, bro. It was really scary, dude. Like if I didn't notice that, like if I didn't have like,
You wouldn't notice your dick popping out of a condom.
yeah, it would have been game over for me. It would have been game over for me, 100%.
No, you just had a kid.
Yeah, I don't want a kid though. Like I'm not ready for a kid. Like I'm not financially stable for a
this
kid.
This is my kid.
Like you see, the thing is though, is like they would literally like take the kid and then take me for like all I have, like all the money I have and all this and that, and like I'd be working for her, not for the kid. You know, like I want to have a kid with someone that I'm gonna spend my life with. You know,
100%. If I wanted kids.
Exactly. But like,
Yeah.
I'm not even close to the age where I want kids. Like I'm 19, dude. Like I I have a long way to go before I'm ever
Oh
even
my
gonna
god, you're so
consider
young.
kids.
You're so young.
I'm about to turn 20. You know, I'm getting there.
You're young.
I'm working on it.
I remember when I was your age.
Matt, I know there's more shit you want to say. I know 100% there's more shit you want to say.
No, I didn't have a comment about that.
No. I'm talking about in general because you were really hyped about this episode of the podcast.
What else did you have? What do you have any other topics?
What, dude, we can't be like, do we have any other topics, bro?
No, you said you had an agenda.
Yeah, that was no. I said I had one opening topic. We're gonna work off of that, bro.
Okay.
Dude, dog. Listen, it's not my fault.
I think the
alright?
biggest.
I was focused more on getting people together so we could actually record this episode of the podcast. And y'all motherfuckers kept
Reasonable.
putting this shit out. This was supposed to be done a week ago.
Reasonable.
A week
Okay.
ago.
You're not.
Yeah,
You're pointing. You're pointing to my camera. But this has
Oh,
nothing
well,
to
I
do with me.
can't point to his camera, bro. I have to point through you.
Just get over. No, I think the biggest like topic in this category is like the requirements that each has for each other when they're picking someone and dating. Which we've kind of already talked about, but like that's kind of what like Tate and people like him have been talking about a lot. Is just like uh the girls that you're seeing out in the street or whatever. And they just what they want in a guy, they see him like the wallet, they see it, he needs to have all these things. And then when they're asked questions about themselves, there's nothing about them. They have no like value, and like there's no personality. There's nothing interesting about them. But then they have such high standards for someone they're gonna try to get with. And
See,
that's generally the problem. This isn't all girls, but like yeah.
See, Andrew Tate was
Agree.
saying something one time, and I don't agree with it, but I feel like if you're gonna act this way, this is what you should get in return. You know, he was saying something about like a woman wants a man to pay for everything, you know, this and that. Like wants to stay at home, not work, not get a job, not do anything with her life, go out and party and club and all that shit. And he was like, listen, if I do that, then you have to clean the house, you have to take care of the dog, kids, whatever. Like you have to do these things that I'm not able to do because I'm doing the stuff that you want me to do, you know?
Right.
And I was like I don't agree with that because he said some other shit that was fairly sexist, you know, like you can't hang out with any other man, like you're my woman, I pay for your shit. Like no, fuck that, that's over the board. But like if you're gonna act like, hey, like I want a man that's gonna do all this shit for me and I have to do nothing, you should honestly expect that in return. Like if that's how you're gonna
100%.
if that's how you're gonna treat a man, you should expect a man to treat you like in an equal way.
Yeah, I mean, they have to bring just as much to a relationship or it's not worth it.
Exactly.
And I think a lot of like guys are like raised to treat a woman like she's a princess or whatever because she's a woman. And like but like women aren't really raised in general to, learn how to treat a man. They're kind of taught what kind of man they should find, like what they should get for themselves, but not like what a man needs in his life or who he needs as a companion. And so that's kind of like what we're stuck with now is like a lot of these girls just they know what they want and they think of themselves like they should be treated like a queen or whatever. That's just how they're raised too. Like they're supposed to have this great guy and then they can just get that because they're a woman. They're supposed to be treated well because they're a woman.
They're raised like they should have their prince, you know, like they should have someone to pay for their
Right.
shit, this and that. And it kind of gets to a point where like, all right, they're raised like that, but their standards are also just automatically high, you know, due to the internet, 100% due to the internet. Like you are constantly seeing these thirst traps on TikTok, and I know you know what I'm talking about, Lene. You're constantly seeing these thirst traps on TikTok. You're like, dude, I can pull that. You know, like that's what I want. And they also have the mindset of I want that, and I also want to be treated like a princess and everything paid for me, and like I want to be able to go out to dinner and him pay for me and or buy me a car and sit at home and go clubbing and partying with my friends and stuff.
I think that's just the kind of thing that like y'all just like the women you're attracted to. If you
I mean,
Uh,
I wanna do stuff for a woman too, though. Like
Exactly. Yeah. No. I want
especially
to.
like first dates and stuff. I want to impress. I want to like I don't know, be generous, but I don't want to. I mean, you don't want to flex or
See,
whatever, or be like too much.
but when it listen, first dates, talking and stuff like that. But when that's fine. That's fine to do that stuff. But when it becomes a relationship literally is built on each other. And if one is completely slacking, that relationship is going to be toxic as fuck. It's going to be thrown to the curb. It's going to be just a absolute misery for both parties involved. You know what I mean? Like you cannot tell me that like a relationship is built off of trust and bonds and building and together and like building that relationship, because it starts off like not tight knit and stuff like that. Like it's a very loose thing when you get into a fresh new relationship. And then like the more you go on with more experience and stuff like that, and then like the more you do for each other, you know, you're slowly like tighten that grasp. You know, it's got to be like an equal thing on both sides, because if one side is holding on tighter than the other side's trying to pull away, like that's just leading to very toxic behaviors on both sides, and very just bad like mentality, and depression leads after that, honestly.
yeah.
You have something to say, Lene.
I mean,
Yeah, I see it in your
I can only
face.
speak. I can only speak on the, and obviously I'm not good at picking them. Like I have a lot of stories, but like I can agree with the whole one-sided thing, because like
You gotta get
like the
closer
one
to the
that almost
mic.
lasted, the one that almost lasted a year. Um, he like didn't put effort in at all, and I was basically like holding on for dear life. And little did I know like how it was affecting me. It was causing me to argue. It was causing me to want to like tell him everything he's doing wrong, and then like he was telling me I'm doing wrong. I'm just trying to hold on to what I thought I wanted, you know. So I agree. Like if you're not, it has to be 100. I don't believe in 50-50. I believe in 100-100. And then
Well,
if you can't give your full 100, I'm gonna give my 100 until you can meet me. You know what I'm saying? That kind of
I
thing.
think marriage is 100-100. I think relationship is 50-50, because like when
No,
you
that's
get,
what I'm. That's genuinely what
get
I'm talking about. Like
because
I'm not even thinking about dating.
if you're not
Right.
giving 100-100 in a marriage, like this is generally why most, like, what is it, like over 50% of marriages end up in divorces within the first year, right? Like,
Oh, we lasted 3.
but it's a very high percentage, just because they're in the
Yeah.
relationship, they're given 50-50, you know. But when you take that next step and you get married, you need to give more. You need to give it everything you have, because like that is going to be like your future completely. It is sealed. It is your deal. And if you're not giving it 100, then you're throwing it away.
Yeah. But you live and you learn.
You live and you learn. See, I feel like social media is such a problem, especially with this like this new generation. See, I know 100% when y'all see people on TikTok and you're like, damn, dude, like she's fine, and you look and she's like 16, and you instantly retract your statement.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing. Here's the fucking thing, right? Here's the thing. It's because when we were younger, we weren't dressing like that. Like we didn't have
True.
that sense of style when we were younger. Like 100%.
You'll never see how I was dressed when I was 16.
See, but the thing is the generation has changed so much, because what like people are women are wearing nowadays, dude, it's insane to think about. Like I seen a TikTok and it was like her and her sister. She said when I was 13 and she was like in pajamas and playing with her dog and shit and had her Barbie and shit. And then she it switched off to a picture of her sister when she was 13, and she's like dressed up in a very etchy outfit and shit like that. And it's just like that's just, it's crazy. Like why is this reaching like younger and younger audiences, bro? It's like social media is targeting younger audiences, and they're they're like producing this type of mentality to a younger
Well, they're
age.
growing up on it. They're growing up on it.
They're growing up on, it's literally ruining people 100%. Because if you caught me in high school, dude, I was not wearing what I am today. Like I had but no one had a sense of style. No one had a sense of style. No one had a
If you
sense
caught
of
me in
style
high school, I wouldn't be here right now. Just saying. You'd be like, who the fuck is that?
So Matt, I know you have a lady friend. How is that going? You know,
I don't have a lady friend.
you don't have a lady friend.
I have a lady comma friend.
Lady comma friend.
Lady space friend.
Okay, but like, what are you looking at that for? Is it just like, yo, like that's my friend, she's a lady, or are you like, are things progressing at all, or do you want them to progress?
No. We both want to be just friends.
Just friends.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just kidding, information.
Aside from that, I had another thing to say. I think another thing is like, what each expects on a date, like on a first date, like what you have to do to impress the woman, and then what the woman has to do to impress you.
Completely
And
factual.
oftentimes they're not equal at all.
I'll tell you
So,
exactly
like-
how it works. I'll tell you exactly how it works. All right. If the woman is chasing after the man, you see 100% that bitch is decked out, makeup, you know, looking fancy, got a nice dress, nice heels, like showing off, showing up to impress. All right. But if the man is chasing the woman, you might see them wearing what Lene's wearing. Just chill clothes. Chill clothes. Chill clothes. Chill clothes. Not no, chill clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not dressing to impress. They're not doing that. But
There's no
irregardless, irregardless, on the man's side, they are dressing to impress. 100%.
Can I tell you a funny first date story that happened to me like actually recently?
Mm-hmm.
Because you were talking about like the expectations on a first date. This was the first time in a minute that I had agreed to go on a date with somebody because I'm into like a super big.
You gotta get closer to the mic.
Like-
It keeps cutting you out.
Oh my god! Why can you turn me up? Like is that?
It's not about turning you up. It's just like
Okay.
Discord isn't recognizing your voice.
I'm
input.
okay. Yeah, I'm having to be quiet. So I've turned into a super big introvert. Like my gaming community, my community is my friends. Like that's the only friends I really want, if I'm being 100% honest with you. And so I was like, he wanted to go out to eat to watch a movie, and I was like, sure, like whatever. The dude looked nothing like his pictures for one, and I dropped my standards a little bit for his pictures. So when I saw him in person,
Oh,
I was
no.
like, oh god. I'm sitting here. I don't wear dresses on a first date unless you take me to like unless you want to take me. I'm not ever gonna insinuate I want to go to a 5-star. But if you're like, hey, we have a 5-star restaurant here called Kessler Prime. It's super fancy, super fucking fancy. You can only wear a tux and dress to get in, basically. If you were to say like, I want to take you to Kessler Prom, I would dress up. Other than that, you get in like fucking jean shorts and maybe a cute top. You know what I mean? So that's what I was wearing.
Kind of like a
And
hippie.
like, I went in with no expectations, none whatsoever. I was like, whatever he wants to put on the table, I'm fine with. Like, if he wants to tell me he's looking for a marriage, not for me, but okay, like you can just let it all out. Homeboy couldn't stop telling me about his experiences on shrooms.
Oh my.
Mid date looked at me. So how am I doing? Is this going okay for you? I was like, we didn't even go to the movies. As soon
See,
as we got to the movies, he saw his ex's family and he completely shut down. I was like,
That's-
I want to
that's
go
horrible.
home.
See, I hate that typical standard shit. Like I want to find someone who wants to try new things with me, not like
Yeah.
in a sexual manner, but because like fuck that, you know. There's only so much I'm willing to do, but I wanna find I wanna find someone who wants to do like new experiences like in life because I'm an adventure dude. I want to get the fuck out of where I live right now. I hate this state. It's dog shit. Like I don't want to be tied down to one spot. I want to explore and try new things and stuff like that. Like I want to live my life to the fullest, you know. And I'm not doing that right now, and I don't like that. And it's like I feel like I've done everything where I am right now that I can do. So like if I'm asking someone on a date, I'm not taking to no fucking like dinner place, bro. That's not happening. Like that's just not my idea of a date. I'm not taking you out to eat somewhere we might go pick up some McDonald's on the way to some place that we're going to, but like I'm not taking you out to no fucking restaurant. Like no, I don't like that. Like I feel like that's just so like you can't bond that way, you know what I mean? Cuz like not only do you have the pressure of like people around you, you know, their eyes are on you, but you also have to like impress, and it's a lot harder in like a social setting, you know, especially if this first time meeting you want to take them to somewhere public, but not to where like you're kind of like you feel trapped, you know.
It's awkward.
It's
Yeah,
very it's
I don't
very
do awkward.
it's very awkward, and that just kind of ruins everything. Like I want to try something new with someone who's willing to try something new. Like there's a new fucking
If you ask me on a first date to go on a like back roads, go through a drive-through somewhere,
bro,
listen to some music.
There's this water park
Shit.
that I want to go to so bad. All right, and it has this one. It's not that big of a water park. It's not that big. It's like it has like I think 5 rides, but it has this one ride where you step into this tube, and it starts to count down, and it just drops you straight down.
What water park are you talking about?
It's like 2 hours from where I live, not towards you though. Like
Oh,
it's
damn.
2 hours like up from me.
Okay.
But I want to go there so bad because like I just want to I want to try those things. This is something new. It's like an undiscovered spot. You know, it may be fun. It may be absolutely completely ass, but I don't know until I try it. You know, and like that would be like my idea of like a first date, just to take someone to somewhere that I haven't experienced and they haven't experienced, and just like have that memory, maybe good or bad with the place that we go to, still be a memory that we can both connect with. You can't do that going to fucking Olive Garden. You know what I mean?
That's literally where he took me, bro.
No shot.
I didn't
But-
know until we got there. I was like, Olive Garden? I mean, okay, I don't care. Like, it's
Bro,
cool, whatever.
Olive
but
Garden is so overrated, dude. It is so overrated.
It really
It
is.
is so
I'm just
dog
gonna
shit.
point out the one here is ass. So, like, that's why I was thinking like that.
Olive Garden everywhere is ass, dude. Like their prices are so high. You get like this much fucking food, bro, and it doesn't taste good. It doesn't have like its own particular flavor.
Oh, I
It's
wanted to
fast
say
Italian,
something.
man.
Fast Italian. That's a perfect way to put it. But I have another thing to add on to the whole like standard kind
Mhm.
of issue we have, right?
Mhm.
One thing that like I fucking despise more than anything in this world is romance movies. And let me tell you why. One of the worst movies to ever be put out on the face of the planet is The Notebook.
Agreed.
Homegirl was on a whole ass date on a fair, and another guy saw her, hung off of a Ferris wheel until she agreed to go out with him. Is unrealistic.
Oh, completely.
I don't know a man out there, but guess what? There's other girls just like, I want a man that'll hang off of a Ferris wheel for me. I'm like,
See-
bitch, you want a man to risk his life for you? Like, fuck that shit.
Yeah, like what are you gonna do in return? You know,
exactly.
like
Like,
you're not
bro,
gonna
like-
hang from this fucking thing for however
True.
fucking. You're not gonna do it. You can't give me
Yeah.
that look like, oh, I would do
Yeah.
it for the right person. No, you wouldn't fucking do it at all. Like you're
because I
not.
caught myself.
Continue.
What? Go ahead. Sorry.
No.
I caught
continue.
myself watching. It's like a movie series on Netflix called. I can't remember what it's called.
I think
But
you
like
literally told me about it
everything,
last night.
everything in those movies is exactly what I'd want from a guy, right? Like to the T. That's why I was so drawn to those movies. Is because like there was a little bit of toxic, yet y'all they pushed through. You know, like they made it. Like he did everything for her. She showed him how much she wanted him in return. Like all this kind of stuff. And then after the movies was over, I was so fucking depressed. I was like, why can't I find that? Like, why can't I find that? I'm perfectly fine with being alone. Yet, like in certain situations, you know, like on a whole ass family vacation and I'm the only single one, like that shit sucks ass, you know? And I'm like, I want that fucking movie. I want to be that girl in that
Bro,
movie.
I am dead ass. Like out of my like friend group from school, I am the only one who does not have a woman living with them.
I'm the only one not
my-
married with kids.
My one friend, he has a baby on the way. You know, like he's got his own apartment and shit like that. He's got a baby on the way. My other friend, his woman, he was in a long distance relationship. All right, he flew up there twice and then she flew down and moved in with him. I mean, I'm talking like she was Michigan, and we're down here, you know, like that type of far, and like I like that. Congrats to him for making that work. That's fucking that's insane, you know.
Mhm.
And then my other friend, like, even in he was still dating this woman in high school, and like they've been living together for fucking years now. Not the best relationship in my opinion, but you know.
You make it work if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
True.
But
That's all
I
we put effort in.
okay, Matt, what you got going on? I hear that brain fucking thinking, bro. I hear those gears turning, dog.
No, I was just gonna say, to the dating thing, I think a lot of women, think that they're like doing their part for the guy by just dressing up. But then they also say they do that for themselves and they wear all the makeup for themselves. But then their whole big sacrifice, their effort to the date is just dressing up and putting makeup on. So like, but the guy's gotta, plan. He's gotta be assertive. He's gotta do everything right. Make sure she's like led everywhere. Doesn't have to do anything. Just sit and look pretty. And most of the time, they're not even concerned about personality with the woman, just if she looks good. So I mean, it's not really entirely women's fault because that's kind of like the whole thing is like you're just trying to pull a pretty girl, I guess. But their sacrifice to the date is just dressing up, I guess, which is kind of what they're taught they should do, and that's it. So I don't know how you guys feel about that, but
See, that's
I don't
kinda
know
like,
what else we're.
it's kind of like what I was saying earlier. It was like, I don't want to go out with someone who doesn't want to try new things with me. Like, I literally want my
Right.
first date. Because
Yeah,
I
I see
haven't
what
I
you're
ever actually ever been on a date. Let's just be real here. Like, it's just, dates are just so fucking, like, they rarely happen nowadays.
I
you
hate
know?
them.
Well, they
I hate 'em.
rarely happen, you know. I mean, I did a lot of date-like things with that woman I talked about earlier, but technically they were never dates because she had a boyfriend, you know. But I've never been on a date, and like I literally for my first date, I want someone who wants to try something new with me, like that. That's just like my goal. Like, yo, like there's this cool fucking place down here that no one really talks about. It's not too crazy, you know, popular like Six Flags and shit. It just looks like a lot of fun. You want to try it with me, you know, type of thing. Like if you're not
and
willing
that's
to,
the real one, man.
yeah, if you're not willing to do stuff like that, but if you are, dude, like you hold on to that shit like completely.
And I mean, I think that's what she can do. Instead of like being shallow and just dressing up for some fancy stereotypical date,
Put more to the
she could
table.
like she could
offer
bring
more.
yeah, and like she can want to do stuff too and like be excited about it, be energetic, and like show what she has to offer in personality, and not just like I don't know. I feel like they expect you to ask all the questions too, and like engage all the conversation.
Bro,
So it's kind of tough to like check all the boxes as a guy on a date, I feel.
that brings me to another thing. This is like pre-date, you know, like this is when you're in the DM stage, you know what I mean? Listen, I swear to God, they literally expect us to start every single conversation.
True.
That actually pisses me the fuck off, dude. If you cannot start a conversation with me, get the fuck out of my life. You would literally be bringing absolutely jack shit. Why would I ever take you on a date, bro? I'm even talking about girls that are interested in me that tell me like, yo, I actually really do like you, you know. But you every time I tell you like, yo, what's up? You're like, oh, nothing much. What about you?
Yeah,
Nothing
it's
much. Like that. No, you're dead. You're out the fucking door, bro. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want to deal with that. Like, I want someone who can have a conversation with me, you know.
Yeah, you don't want to pry.
Exactly. I don't want to have to like fucking force a combo with someone. Like that is just, it's so stupid, you know. And that's just how.
And it's
most
really
women-
attractive to a guy actually if a woman, wants to engage
100%,
conversation
dude,
first, 'cause then you
100%,
know
bro.
they're interested.
100%. Y'all want to fucking? Yeah, I know what you're looking like right now, cause you know this is fucking true. You're like, damn, bro, damn. Maybe I need to be stepping up
I
my
was actually
game.
gonna ask y'all that. I was gonna ask like, how do y'all feel about women making the first move?
I think that's fine. You know,
They're
like
so intimidated, but like that's an instant win.
instant win, 100%, dude. You make the first move, you're like instantly in the door. You're not fighting with all these other women, bro. I swear to
They
God,
don't
you're not
consider
fighting.
they don't consider how much pressure a guy has because It's like
Y'all don't
it's
consider-
like 90% chance it's a no.
The thing is like girls take rejection different than a guy.
This
And I would
is-
rather sit
no, no, no,
here
no, no,
and
no,
just
listen
be
to me,
like,
listen
I
to
would
me.
rather not shoot my shot.
Fuck that. No, no.
It's because
no.
we have to get
Just
used to
chance-
No,
rejection.
no. Fuck that. Listen, bro. Y'all take rejection and y'all instantly just go and talk mad shit about the man. Am I wrong?
No.
Or feel bad
Yeah,
about
you're
looking
wrong,
bad.
you're wrong.
90,
I'm-
dude,
for me
90,
specifically.
90% of women instantly chat
specifically.
shit with all their friends. Like, yo, he's such a bad fucking person, dude. He's such a fucking prick, bro. Like, he didn't fucking want me, you know? And the thing about it is that
That's why he didn't want you, bitch.
if a man says no to a woman, that woman's still gonna chase after him.
Oh, because that's like a hella turn on.
Like,
It's the chase, bro.
bro,
It's the fucking chase.
but that's
That's a thing for women. It's like a reverse.
So
It's like
stupid.
a
it's so
fucking-
stupid.
It's not even a reverse anymore.
They
It's
want
like
what they
guys
can't
and
have,
girls.
man.
It, ding, ding,
And
ding,
that
ding,
goes
ding,
back
and
to the
that
fucking cycle. That's what I'm
sucks.
telling you
That
about.
fucking sucks.
Everyone's
ass,
chasing
because-
after what they can't have, and it's just literally a cycle of pain all across
Okay,
the fucking board.
I'm not gonna chase after something I can't have. I would just still desire it. I will never let you know that.
See, but the thing
100%.
is, though, is like
You
most
will
people-
literally see me from like a fucking screen because like I will never. If you reject me, I'm gonna be like, okay, cool. We still gaming tonight or what? Like that's literally how I'd be. But I would never ever initiate it ever again, and I would still desire you, but I would never initiate it.
True. I mean,
Now,
you don't want to chase.
This will initiate it, but that's pretty much.
See, it's like it's dead ass. Like Matt was saying, it's insta win. You know, if you shoot your shot with a man,
Well, that's good to know.
it depends.
100%.
It depends on the man, 100%. Like if you,
I mean,
I'm
he's-
talking,
if he's
you're
giving you
going after a 10,
signs-
if you're going after a 10 out of 10,
I'm not good at
if-
picking up fucking signs.
listen, dog, listen. If you're going after a 10 out of 10, you're getting
True.
shot down immediately because that motherfucker is getting whoever the fuck he wants. You know what I'm saying?
My 10
Like-
out of 10 is different because like I don't base looks solely off a 10 out of 10. Like you could be like I think of things at like a tier level.
Yeah.
So like
Everyone's got their
maybe
own
I
taste.
think maybe I think
Kind of like that. He's a 9, but he
and not
He
even like
likes
that. Let me
this or
try to put it into
whatever.
words. So like I'm not gonna level you on I'm not gonna say a scale. Say I think someone's very attractive, right? And then their personality is attractive. And then their heart's attractive. I'm like,
it's like a big
holy
like loopy
fucking
loop.
shit. That doesn't add numbers onto you because I already thought you were very attractive. I'm not gonna sit here and make a scale and say like, oh, you're about a 6. No, that was me. I'm not gonna lie, like 6 months ago. But like since I stopped chasing that, I desire or I see men for like who they are as a person. And if they have a genuine heart, then I'm like, you know what? Like I would like to have you in my like more like as a friend. Like I would like to surround myself with more people like you.
Mhm.
And that's just kind of that's why it sucks. Like you asked me to be on this podcast. When I tell you I'm not like other women, I'm not trying to be that. I'm not like other girls, but like I'm genuinely not a good person to ask because I was raised differently. I've been through too much to like throw like a kind guy down because
You
he
are a lot older than us.
doesn't-
Too, so.
No, I'm not a lot older. Calm
Listen,
yourself.
listen.
Calm yourself.
Listen, there's a reason why I go after older women.
Okay.
Not like okay. I am
Hey,
anxiety. No.
Just kidding.
But there is a reason why I go after like older women. They're just more mature, and like I feel like as me myself, like I have a more mature mind, and I can relate a lot better with older women than I can with. I'm not talking like fucking like 40 and shit. I'm talking about like
No, I know, like,
late 20s
Early
or like
20s. I was, yeah.
like late 20s, maybe early 30s are pushing it. They better
There's
have
no
some
shot.
fucking
If I'm
money.
gonna be- if
They
you
better
wanna
have
know-
some fucking
You want to
money.
know? You want to know something funny? Most of the nicest guys I know are younger than me. Some of the guys that treat women the absolute best are younger than me. And that's not me saying
Fucking
that,
raise
like,
the roof, Matt. Holy
but that's
shit.
the thing. But that's the thing. It's because like I feel like there's two different groups of guys.
You like
and,
older
like,
men.
No,
You like younger men.
I don't I don't care.
don't
Like, that's the thing
discriminate.
with me. I don't discriminate.
This is cap.
I don't care.
Who was the youngest
No.
man you dated?
Dated or been with? There's a difference.
Okay, well, slept with it can't be younger than 18.
Oh, I'm not. Yeah, no, like
but compared to your age, what was the biggest age difference that was younger?
2 years.
2 years. All right, and you're
Yeah.
23, right?
Yeah. So 21.
So 21. All right.
Mhm.
I'm looking for like 29-year-olds, bro. Like I
There's
ain't even
no
gonna
way.
cap with you, dog. No, dude,
Yeah,
dude,
no.
you don't understand. Like with a mature mind, like you want someone who shares that type of mindset with
If you
you.
see a 29-year-old single female that's
There's
very
no
very
way.
attractive, that's kind of scary sometimes.
Bro.
There's something she ain't telling you, my guy.
This
Crazy,
is,
bro.
This is kind
She's
of
way
Either
too
valid.
that-
young for this.
But-
Either
this is
that or she
kinda
has
valid.
chlamydia. Like there's nothing between.
Maybe, maybe.
Listen,
But no, like that's what I'm saying. Like I have seen like okay, put it
But-
into perspective, not talking about me with younger guys, but like my two youngest sisters, one of them is going on 17, the other one is holy shit, she'll be 19 in February.
That's crazy.
They're dating two
Is she single?
fucking gentlemen. No, they are dating too. So like both of them they're dating somebody. And like I see how like my little sisters are being treated, and I sit here and thank God for the guys that like are in their lives, because I'm like, if you were with anybody that I was with, like they wouldn't be alive for one.
Okay, but real
Because-
quick. The bad experiences, were they older than you or younger than you?
Older than me.
Older than you.
hmm
It's tracking.
It is like tracking very well, you know, like I'm telling you, I feel like nowadays, like the younger audience with social media, at least on the man side, is getting a completely different effect than the women, because like we're we're having this mindset of like, yo, like we just want to treat a woman nice, you know, like we want to take care of somebody, but like for
But it's
men
because y'all
back in
have
the-
that genuine heart. You know what I mean?
But for older
I mean, it does
men,
change on
they
the
were
person, you
they were
can't-
raised in a completely different time, dog. They were raised where like you go to the fucking kitchen, make me a sandwich type of shit. You know
Fucking
what I
hate
mean?
that shit.
Oh
Fucking
yeah,
hate that
no,
shit.
yeah, no, that's fucking that's wonkers, bro. Like I don't know how to cook. I'm just saying in advance, like whoever the fuck I ever get with, you are cooking. I'm sorry, I can't cook unless you want some burnt ramen noodles. All right.
Can't relate.
I do have that going for me. I
It's
do have that going for me. I can cook decent.
It's
From
not
from a cookbook.
It's not.
I mean, that
Dude,
counts.
I can. Listen, I have tried. I don't understand. I follow the directions exactly what they say, and it just turns
It's,
out
it's
to
another
be shit.
sense, man. You gotta have another sense to it.
It turns out to be jack shit. But like mechanical wise, like fixing a car, Matt knows more about cars, but I can fix a car. Like I can take it apart and put it back together, type of thing. Like I'm just like more into that like that area or that like expertise and that type of stuff. Because like I had a shit box when I was younger, and so I had a lot of work I had to put into it.
But back to what I was saying. We were on family vacation, and like it's so with me, I don't ask for much. My ex didn't get me a Christmas present. He didn't get me a birthday present. He broke up with me 3 days before my birthday, and then got back together with me a week later. Never got me anything for my birthday. Like I've been with shitty people.
I
like
was trying
that,
to
right?
save money.
And just fucking shut the fuck up. But it's the little things for me. So like we go on vacation, and like my sister's sitting in like just a chair in the kitchen. We're all talking, and he comes up and he's just like putting his arm around her. I'm like, bro, like why do I want that shit? Like why do I want that shit? Like I just want somebody to acknowledge me. You know what I'm saying? And like be like I'm right here. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the little things, the bullshit. I'm like, my fucking 17-year-old sister has that shit. And I'm sitting here like, I'm about to beat some kids on a video game.
I will say,
Who's the real winner here?
my first like real relationship, first love, you know, was in high school. We were very fucking young, but like, dude, it literally she was way out of my fucking league, dude. Especially at that point in time in my life, she was way out of my fucking league, like 100%. But like she gave more about personality, I guess. I won over with that somehow. But like I said, we were very young. There was a lot of shit that just we weren't ready for, that we got into and stuff like that. But it it kind of it kind of was like there's one point where I was over at her house, and like her parents were having a yard sale. Everyone was outside, and like I just gave her a hug and I kissed her on the forehead, and her mom like was apparently watching us the whole time. And like I just turned around, I was like, "Oh shit," like I froze up, and she was like, she smiled and like nodded her head and walked away. Like I don't know, like I didn't do it for anyone to see. I didn't do it for any validation. Like I just did it because I was like, you know what, like I feel like doing that. Like that's just something I want to do. I feel like that's a nice gesture, and it doesn't over sexualize what I want from them.
Yeah. Yeah. Question for y'all again, because
Mhm.
I want to put y'all on the spot for a second. Since we're being open and like
Open. I am
why
not.
not?
I am
You
not.
mentioned
I am
you talked
completely
about your dick
straight.
going through a condom. I think you're being pretty fucking open about everything tonight.
Okay.
So you
valid.
mentioned the word love, right? All right, so we've all been in love before. We know how that goes, whatever. How would you define love and what you want love to look like for you? For like when you're talking about marrying, being with somebody for the rest of your life.
Like I said, like I want someone that I can make memories with, good or bad. Good or bad. Like everyone's gonna have like their bad side and this and that. Like I want someone that I can make memories with that I won't forget. That's for me. Like that's love, bro. Like the little things, that mean the most, and then like trying new things with me and just going on like adventures and stuff, and exploring this
Keeping
fucking
it alive.
humongous world. Yeah, like it's not about like just. Well, it is kind of about keeping it alive, because there was one point in time with the girl I mentioned earlier, not the ex, the best friend one. There was one point in time where like her and her boyfriend got an apartment, and dude, she didn't want to go nowhere, like didn't want to do nothing. It kind of like, I don't know, for me it kind of killed it a little bit, because I was like I want to do these things, I just don't want to do them alone, you know like it's just not as fun doing it alone. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I would say love is for me. It's like wanting to tackle the world together. All right,
That's
Matt,
good.
your turn.
Lego first.
I'm gonna tell you something that my mom told me that stuck. Literally, it's imprinted in my brain. So my parents have been together since high school. They got married. My mom was 19. My dad was 21. They had kids very young. And she told me one day, she said, it's not about, she said, sometimes I don't want to wake up and love your father. I choose to wake up and love your father. She said, sometimes I don't want to. She said, sometimes I don't even like him. And I was like, okay. She said, but I choose to, because that we will get through anything. Damn, like how the fuck you find that shit? Because like these guys out here playing games, like I don't know how to do that. But somebody that'll wake up and to love me, even when they don't. That's what I'm looking for. Because ultimately, like you're gonna get tired of each other, especially when you move in together. Especially, holy
See,
shit, take it from me.
I am very big on like, I don't want to go to sleep angry
I
at
will
someone.
never go to bed
And
angry.
and that
Yeah.
and the thing is like some people are like, oh, I need my space, I need my space. I will give you your space, all right, but I'm not going to sleep until we have like a discussion, or we air out how we're feeling about this,
Yeah,
and like not absolutely just fucking pissed at each other. Like I can't
yeah,
do that, like I let that be known. I'm like, listen, look, I'm not going to sleep until we have some type of like understanding, or how we understand each other, but I always go into it with like an open mind of like, I want to understand her side. And now if she can't try to understand my side at all, then it's kind of like the waters
yeah.
are a little thin there. All right, Matt, you're up, big boy.
All right. So personally, I'm a religious person. So a lot of my worldview towards love has come from that, and like what I've learned growing up, and like, so there's a lot that I've learned about it, and like certain attributes that like you're supposed to have to like, love others and like love that person well. And if you look at them through that lens, it really helps. Because it helps you, be patient and kind with them, stuff like that. It helps your arrogance towards them. You're always like, thinking about them first. You're like always hoping the best about them. You're not, assuming they're always out to get you. They're doing stuff behind your back. Yeah, it's just you're hoping for the best in them. You keep no like record of what they wronged against you. You're always like, you show grace towards them, and like that's really how you love them. Never being rude. You're not demanding of them, things like that. So like there's a lot of things like you can do when looking at a person that help you like love them better and like help you see them better. And if you're both doing that, it's very healthy that way. So yeah.
Yeah. I
think that
I
is-
come from the same kind of background. I don't know
Mhm.
if that helps describe anything. Maybe that helps kind of how I have a different thought process than most females. But
Yeah,
that's
it
kind
does.
of how my parents are. I don't like using the word religion per se, because it's not what you would call it. But yeah, that has a lot to do with their story, how they've made it through to where they are now.
They
Big
believe in
part of their
God.
story.
I
Yeah.
think that is
Yeah, sure.
a very good place.
Yeah, religious
to,
isn't really a great word for it.
I think that is a very good place to call it a night. We've hit over that hour mark, which is crazy. Like
Sheesh.
time flies when you're like when you're chatting. I swear to God. But yeah, thanks for watching. Listening. If you're on Spotify or whatever, make sure you follow us on Twitter and hopefully on TikTok. Hopefully get some videos out on TikTok soon. But yeah, no. If you like what you hear, hit that sub button. We'll be hopefully uploading weekly if I can get Matt to fucking
I'll
stop
do it.
procrastinating.
I'll do it.
He says this every time. He won't do it. But like I think this was a very good episode. We talked about some things, especially like with nowadays. It was very productive. I hope for all of us here. Thank you, Lana, for coming out. If y'all want to watch her on Twitch, I'll have the link in the description for her Twitch and TikTok or whatever she wants to give me. But for now, we'll see you next time. Thanks for listening. This is Mental Record. I'm Luke. You're supposed to fucking say your name after I say my name, bro. It's not that hard. It's not that difficult. Yo, just fucking look at me like I'm stupid. Like,
For a
like, what-
second, I forgot we were on camera too, so now I feel like extra awkward because,
Anyways, I'm Luke.
I'm
There's
Lane.
no way you've done it
Let's
again.
just cut it, man.
Anyways, peace out. We'll see you next time.